What is going on, guys? It's your boy Lee J Kidman. Today I'm bringing you a brand new video. It's going to be a video log or a vlog, whatever you want to call it. It's just to give you guys a rough insight into, not a rough insight, a good insight into our team. If you don't already know, our team is Forecast. We're on the PS4 at the moment. It's just to basically give you some information about our team roster, and things we're looking to achieve in the future, etc. So I'm just going to hop straight into it. I'm Lee-GK. On PSN. I am Forecast's team captain. I'm an objective player. A little bit about me quickly. I wasn't always an OBJ player. I'd always used to play just only S&D only. That was what I did on Game Battles. Loads of you probably know it. MLG, Major League Gaming. It's weird how I got into it. It's kind of lucky, it's kind of scary, like, to think how you get into things. It was just a kid on COD 4, a little Welsh kid. He was like, do you game competitively? It was just in a public match I was playing with my friend. His name was Weetabix, I think it was, if I remember rightly. And he was like, basically he got me signed up to Game Battles. I got into it, I enjoyed playing it, and since then it's not been addictive. I just enjoy it. But I wasn't a Respawn player. I think when I first got into Respawn was on Xbox 360 when I switched over on Black Ops 1. I started doing Deserto with a couple of my mates. Like, we was good, but we was getting beat because obviously I didn't really know like much about Respawn. They knew more than me. I think the turning point was when I got screwed at once. I'd blocked a spawn. I was playing really well, but I blocked a spawn and I got screwed at because I didn't really know much about Respawn. I think that was the turning point. I wanted to play more Deserto. I wanted to know and learn more about Respawn. I think my commitment levels went up to playing. I wanted to learn more about it. Like, don't get me wrong, S&D is a great game mode. S&D will always be my strongest game mode. I think if that changes, then I'll be surprised, but you never know, things change. Yeah, I wanted to learn more. It kind of intrigued me. It kind of like not dragged me in, it kind of like, what to say, it appealed to me. Like, there was more to it. There was spawns, there was rotation, there was just a whole lot of different things. There was like different roles you could have. Like, if you were strong at one role, then you would be that, like, that was your role for that team. So I wanted to get back into Respawn. I started my competitive gaming career on October the 29th 2008. How do I remember that? It's on my Game Battles profile. That's the day I signed up, and that's the day I got into it, and I haven't really stopped. I did have a 5-month break at the start of Black Ops 2. It was a number of little reasons. I didn't really like the game on Black Ops, and I just went over to FIFA 13. I just played Pro Clubs Ultimate Team. But there's one night, my friend Reese, he got me into. He just texted me. He was like, I think he said, you just fancy a sweaty night on COD, just like a sweaty sesh for a change. So I was just like, yes, fair enough, I'll play. Went into scrims with an elite clan. Their link to the website will be down in the description below underneath voluntary advertisements. I got into that and I haven't stopped since. Black Ops 2 was a different gameplay. Obviously COD's blown up, especially on the Xbox scene, with all the pros in that, with the $1 million tournaments, more opportunities to win prize tournaments, just everything. It's blown up, obviously, due to contractual reasons. Hope I said that right. With Xbox and Activision. Obviously Sony hardly hold anything. They'll think the best we get is EGL. So that's that. For the future, we as a team, we want to be attending LAN. We want to attend the LAN. That'd be a high point for us, I think. We want to win some EGL cups that we're competing in at the moment. We've set our standards that we don't want to get knocked out before the quarters, so at the very least the quarterfinals, but we should be hitting the semi-finals and being finalists. We want to improve as a team, as does everyone. I think we've only been teaming together for a month and 2 or 3 days, something like that, and we're going in the right direction, so that's always good. Moving on to MV Lady Gaga, he's Aaron, if you don't know him. He's a very good player. Used to be a pro on Xbox 360 on Black Ops 1. He's been to LAN, so he's a very good player, and he's a very useful player to have. I don't really have to pay that much attention to him when he's playing. I don't mean that in the sense that like, I don't look at my minimap and I don't really pay attention to him. He knows what he's doing. Like, I can say little things here and there, but he knows what he's doing. If he does something wrong, then he knows. He'll admit it. I've been teaming with him for about 3 months. I think we've done the doubles and game battles. We went about 27-1, and we enjoyed playing together, and I think that's key. I think if you enjoy playing with someone, we clicked from the start. It's rare to find players that you click from the start with, but we clicked from the start. Our doubles was like 27-1, I think I've already said that, but it was brilliant. We enjoyed playing. That's a key factor. We enjoy playing together. If you enjoy playing, it makes things so much better. Like, I can't even express how much it makes things better. If you're playing with people that you don't really like, then it's sort of a struggle. You sort of have to over motivate yourself just to come on the console just to play with them, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So anyway, he's been to a LAN. He has the experience. He also was on the squad for Dignitas UK. I think I've got that right. Sorry, Aaron, if I've got that wrong. For the League of Legends, like the UK team. And his old manager owns EGL. So contacts there. He's a support slayer. He normally runs an AR. He can run a sub. He's very versatile. He's a unique type of player, and one that we like having on our roster. I don't think I've missed anything out about him. He's a very good player. Moving on to Russell. The one thing, me and Aaron were the same age. We're 19. Russell and Tom, who's Night IV. Tom's Night IV, obviously. Russell's Russell. They're both 15. So we've got two 19-year-olds, two 15-year-olds. Russell's a young player. He's a very dangerous player. He's talented. I've known Russell longer than I have known Aaron and Tom put together. I've known Russell since Black Ops 2. I said earlier, it's funny how things work out. Me and Russell hated each other on Black Ops 2, believe it or not. We was just screaming. It's funny, like, if that didn't happen, I probably wouldn't be teaming with him now, because I wouldn't know him. We had a little argument in scrims. I said something, he said something, and that was it. We just hated each other. We just didn't get on. But our relationship's good now. We're good friends, and I think that's for the better. That's made us stronger. That makes us, we team well. We seem to somehow always get each other's back in games, which it can only be a positive. He's a very good player. He knows what he's doing. He's a slayer, but he can be an objective player at the same time. He always gets you kills. You can always rely on him getting kills. He knows what he's doing. I don't really have to pay, like I said, I don't really have to pay much attention to all of the team. Like in scrims when we're practicing like plays and strats and etc. Obviously you have to pay attention, but it takes pressure off you knowing, or myself rather, knowing that what your team is doing is 95% of the time the right thing, even if they're losing gunfights, if that makes any sense whatsoever. He knows what he's doing. He's good at his role. He fits into what we need. He's buying into it, which I have no complaints about. He's going to be a very good player. He's young. He's still learning. As long as he matures along the line, as he gets older, he's going to be a very dangerous player. And I wouldn't be surprised if he went to more lands than all of our team put together. And I truly mean that. Going on to Night IV, who is Tom, if you didn't already know. We've had, I think it's 3 fourth players, okay? So there was me, Envy, Lady Gaga and Russell. Our first fourth was Reese. We parted ways with him. We didn't drop him. He didn't leave. We parted ways with him. I spoke to him. He had school, so he had sixth form, so he had commitments. He wanted to spend more time with his family. We both agreed. We was talking, so we ended up picking up Tom. Sorry. Yeah, we picked up Tom. It went well. He was a very good respawn player. His S&D game needed work at the start. We ended up dropping him because we thought we found a better player in Matthias. Not many of you know him. He wasn't committed. He kind of lied to us. He wasn't that active. Sorry, I've definitely got something in my throat. He wasn't that active. He wasn't cocky. He wasn't arrogant. I'll just leave it at that. He wasn't active. He said he wasn't committed to going LAN, so we got rid of him. We then picked up Knight again. Okay, it was on the EGL, the first EGL Cup, which eventually got cancelled because PSN went down for maintenance. So we picked up Tom originally for that. He knew how we played. And it went well, and we said, well, we'll carry on teaming from there. So we've been teaming a month for 3 days now. I'm pretty sure it's 3 days. If I got it wrong, it's only by 1 or 2 days. Add or take a few, give or take. He's a slayer. Like I said, he's 15. He's young. He is still learning. He is a good player to have. He brings his own, not his own methods. He brings his own style to the team. Okay, it sort of fits in what we kind of need. We need to be powerful. We need to be winning gunfights, and we need a slayer who has that mindset that he goes out into the game and he wants to get kills. He doesn't play for KD. He knows he has to get kills, and he knows his job. Like I said, he is still learning. We're still trying to build the team around all of us, but he's bought in as well. You've got to buy in as a team, and you've got to have the same goals. That's another thing Matthews didn't have. He didn't have the same goals as us, so we just moved him on because we saw that as holding and stalling rather our development as a team. So we got rid of Matthews, picked up Knight IV. We are, one thing I'd say, I've said the roles, as you know, there's all like rotation, different spawns, different aspects. Okay, I'm an OBJ, but on some maps I can hold. You do different things. You have different responsibilities. We play to our strengths. That's what we're emphasising now. That's where I think we went wrong. We had roster changes where we parted ways with Russell and Knight, picked him up the next day. We agreed. We all bought into the same thing. I think that's important. We agreed that we were going to scrim 6 hours minimum, 9 hours maximum. I gave the example. If you're at school and you're revising, if you're revising constantly, you're going to burn your brain out, okay? If we scrim more than 9 hours, we might as well try and become pros, because it's not possible. It is possible, but we have other commitments. Aaron works 9 till 5, okay? He also plays League of Legends at the same time, okay? So to come on COD, we get him on COD for 3 hours. We made the agreement that we'd have like 3 nights a week. Well, at least, most of the time, maximum, we'll have 3 hours a week, 3 nights of the week, okay? So take example, we've got the tournament EGL on a Monday. We would scrim, say, on a Tuesday night or on a Wednesday night for 3 hours, a Thursday night for 3 hours, and a Saturday for 3 hours. Sorry again. We've bought into that. So 6 hours minimum of scrimming, 9 hours maximum. What was the other factor? 6 hours, 9 hours. Strengths, that's what I was on, sorry. Strengths. If we play to our strengths, then we've got a better chance. What we didn't do before, we was probably trying to play as our roles more. I would always go for the caps on blitz when that wasn't my strongest point. I was strongest on blitz. I know how to hold an AR. I know to play the AR. I can call the spawns, and it takes a lot of pressure. In my last commentary, it takes a lot of pressure off your team if you know what you're doing. So I just said we'll play to our strengths. We're not going to come up with plays that help our roles. So say people all put on a smoke just for me to get caps in blitz. That's not what we're going to do. We're just going to play to our strengths, and we get cap. It's more easier to get caps and hold down the map, get map control when you all know what you're doing. That's just for blitz. For domination, we all know how to rotate, when to rotate. You're playing to your strengths. If you play to your strengths, you don't see a manager walk into a club and go, right, I want this player, this player. Well, you do, but in a football club, you want this player and this player when the transfer window is not open. You have to play with your squad, so obviously you're going to play with your strengths. You're going to play to your strengths. If you've got Peter Crouch up front and say Jermaine Defoe in the situation they had at Portsmouth, if you want to play the long ball and you're only going to play one striker up front, you wouldn't really play Jermaine Defoe. You're going to play Peter Crouch. You're going to play to your strengths. That's the easiest way I can explain it. That's a little insight into our team, guys. You can follow us on Twitter. All the description links will be down in the description below. Who we represent, Team Antidote UK, their link will be down in the description below. I've said that twice now in the wrong way. Voluntary advertisements will be links down in the description below. Well, hey, I said it right. And hopefully there'll be more videos to come. I hope this has given you a good insight into our team roster forecast. I've been your boy Lee J. Kidman. Like, favourite, comment and subscribe if you do. And forever and always, stay safe, guys.